Hey guys, so I'm back with a slightly different setup to normal. I'm trying to encourage the use of natural light because I felt like so many of my other videos were really dark, and now this is probably really dark now that I've said that. But this is my August favourites and kind of monthly wrap-up style video. So this month I celebrated my sister's birthday, which was really exciting. She's my younger sister and she's my favourite person in the whole world. So I didn't get to see her on her actual birthday, but she came down a couple of days later to our house and we went on a day trip to the town we used to live in together, and we got our favourite takeout and we went to our favourite juice bar, and it was just so cute. We saw Incredibles 2, which was really good. It was quite predictable, but it was still like, I just really enjoyed it, and it was just nice to go to the cinema and see something kind of cute and Disney with her. Aside from that, I went down and saw my whole family. It was my cousin's 30th birthday and the whole family got together, and I saw my mum's side of the family and my dad and his partner. So I kind of did a whole big loop of catching up with everybody because I live about an hour and a half away from my kind of childhood hometown and I don't really go back very often at all, so it was good to see everybody in person. And then finally I went on my first work trip a couple of days ago. I went to Cardiff, and I've never been to Wales before, which is mental because I live very close to the border now, and everybody was just so shocked at work that I hadn't been there before. But I went to Cardiff and I didn't really get much time to look around the city, but it was just something that was good for me to do to push myself out of my comfort zone. So that's that for August. I think that was everything. And I will get down to the favourites now before you all get bored and cry. So we're going to do beauty first because I'm a bit worried about things getting too hot. And first up is this, which it would be great if I could remember what it was called. I think it's Montalbano, something like that. I'll link it down below, but it's one of Lush's solid shampoos. It's got a lot of citrus in. I think this is grapefruit, that it's got like a physical piece of grapefruit in, but it smells very lemony, and I just really wanted to, one, go back to solid shampoos and stop using bottles, and two, I wanted something that was really fresh. I feel like my hair, because it's so long and it's so thick, it can just get so, I don't know, miserable sometimes. I just wanted something that would freshen it up, that would make it smell clean and make it feel really, really squeaky clean, and this really does it. It's made my dandruff a bit better as well, which is something that I really struggle with. And yeah, I'm not one usually for citrus scents, but this has just kind of brightened up my mornings. And then this is something that I knew I would love. It's the Body Shop's Strawberry Body Yogurt. This is what it looks like inside, and it's described as being a gel cream, I think, or a cream gel, something like that. Gel cream, yeah. So it's a 48-hour moisturising, instantly absorbing and non-sticky moisturiser. It smells like cowpole. I love the smell of it. It makes my skin so soft, like softer than anything I've used in quite a while, and it's 100% vegan. The only thing that I would say is that although it doesn't feel sticky on my skin during the day, straight away after I've used it, it makes my hands really sticky, so I always feel like I have to wash them straight away, which is something that I don't really usually get with moisturisers. But yeah, this I would definitely recommend, especially if you've got quite dry skin, or like, I know that my skin can get quite greasy in summer and quite sweaty, but it's also quite dry, which is frustrating. So this is kind of a nice in-between for me. And the last beauty bit is something that I know has been in my favourites before, but I've come back to and fallen back in love with, and it's the Liz Earle Cleanse and Polish Hot Cloth Cleanser, which everybody and their mum has used before. It's just the only thing that completely sorts out my spots. I've got quite a few at the moment, which I've covered up as best I can. I don't really know how visible they are right now, but this has definitely taken them way down. They were really getting out of control, and I feel as though the cleanser I was using before to take my makeup off, when I took it off in the evening, most of it came off, but when I got up in the morning and washed my face again in the morning, more makeup came off, and it was obviously not taking it all off at once, and having it sat on my skin overnight is obviously not very good, but this I know always completely scrubs my makeup off, it gently exfoliates, and yeah, it's something that I can rely on. So I don't know what to do next. I'm gonna do this is the only little bit of clothes, if you could call it that. I've got these Harry Potter slippers, which I'm just absolutely in love with. It's obviously, it's the 1st of September today when I'm filming this, and we're starting to get into autumn, and I just thought these were the perfect autumn slipper. They're really, really, really soft inside. They're slip-on, so they're easy to get on and off. They're obviously Harry Potter with the Hogwarts castle, and I just love the tartan on it. There's something that I've been... I've got quite a few pairs of slippers, it's a bit out of control. But I've got outdoor slippers and ones that I wear in the kitchen, and these are ones that I'm keeping upstairs to be really nice and kind of cosy. Yeah, I love them. And they were only £5, I think, so they were definitely worth buying. And now I'll do some lifestyle bits. I've actually got quite a few favourites this month, so I've been excited for this. So first up is this Lavender Yankee candle, which I adore the scent of lavender. I really do find that it's something that soothes me and calms me, and I've been lighting this a few times just about an hour before we go to bed, and then blowing it out just before bedtime so that our room kind of smells faintly of lavender. It's really not an overwhelming scent at all from this candle, but it does, you walk into the room and you can notice it, and I just think it's a really nice thing to do before bed that's helping with my self-care, and it's just helping me get to sleep. Oh, it smells so good. And then next up is my daily planner, which I can't 100% remember if I put in last month's favourites or not. I don't think I did. But how beautiful is this? It's got all these green and pink cacti on it. I really love this red one here. I'm starting to kind of collect plants, which you can see a couple of them behind me. I really, really want more and more houseplants, and I just thought this screamed a bit of me. It's an Oh Dear crossed with Urban Outfitters planner, and basically each day looks like this. So you put the day, the objective for the day, your notes, your to-do list, what you want to do next. You can have a timetable for the day and any projects. So I find this really, really useful. That was a wasp, but I'm back now, and the wasp is gone because that was not okay. So yeah, daily planner, big favourite. Next up on the lifestyle front is the fact that I got a new phone, which I'm really excited about. It's the iPhone 8. My old phone was so awful that it died after like half a day of being charged, and just nothing really worked on it anymore, but I love, love, love this phone, and I also love the case that I got for it. I'm not sure how well you can see it, but it's basically got these killer whales on the back that are all sparkly. It's a skinny dip case, and I'll link it down below. I think it was on sale when I got it, but I just think it goes really well with like the dark back of my phone, and I'm going to get a glass screen because I'm a sucker for dropping it and I really don't want to smash the screen. And then finally, favourite books. So I've got two. One of them is Sex, Suicide and Serotonin, Taking Myself Apart, Putting Myself Back Together by Debbie Hampton. This was sent to me, but I wasn't asked to talk about it on YouTube or anything. It's just the fact that I loved it. Basically, Debbie tries to kill herself quite early on in the novel. She's reached a point where she's split up from her husband, she's split up with her boyfriend, and she's just reached a point where she's in her early 40s and she's just done with everything, and she tries to commit suicide, and one of her sons finds her, and she basically has brain damage from it. So at first she can't speak or write or type or think straight, and she's got quite severe brain damage. And basically as you go through the book, Debbie talks about all the different kind of therapies she tried, all these different ways that she helped kind of piece her brain back together, and it was so interesting. I found out so much about the brain that I didn't know, and it was interesting in that quite a lot of the time we hear about suicide attempts that haven't worked from quite young people, not kind of like older mothers that have, I don't know, it's something that I've never read before. As I said again, a lot of times when I read a book and there's suicide mentioned in it, it's a YA book and it's talking about young adults that are struggling with their mental health, not kind of fully fledged adults, and I found it interesting for that reason. And the other one is Beautiful Broken Things, which again deals with mental health quite a bit, although this is fiction, whereas the other one was non-fiction. This is by Sarah Bernard, or Barnard. It's something that I've really wanted to read for ages because I've heard good things, and I own like 3 of her books, I think, and now I really need to read the rest. It was a story all about friendship, and for a YA novel about like teenage girls, that's not really something that gets kind of focused on. It's always, if it's from the perspective of a teenage girl, it's always a romantic novel. And yes, teenage girls spend a lot of time thinking about teenage boys and devising ways to get with them. And I think the whole female aspect of being a teenager is completely overlooked quite a lot of the time, and it is a massive part of your teenage years. And this really delved into it, and I would just definitely recommend it. I loved it. And that's it for my August favourites and kind of roundup. I really hope you had a good month and that you're excited for autumn to start, because I know I am. I'm ready to have baths and slippers and my dressing gown and like cosy pyjamas, cosy socks, all of it. And I hope you're ready too. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you again soon.